In today's video, we're going to be finding out if woodworking tools from Temu are actually worth it. Is it a good deal? Would I recommend them? Answers to all these questions are coming up right now. Now, full transparency, Temu did send me the tools I'm about to show you for free, but when they reached out to me, I said, hey, I will absolutely do reviews on these tools, but I'm gonna give my 100% honest feedback. That's my commitment to you guys. These are my honest thoughts. And a lot of these tools I really am just opening for the first time, so you're getting raw reaction. Links to all of these tools are gonna be down in the description, and also I'll have a promo code right here that if you type this in your Temu app, you'll get a discount on some of these tools. More about that later in the video. Let's go. First up, we have a 3-piece silicone glue set. This costs $6.49. And opening this up, what you get is a little glue brush and small applicator. You get, this is pretty cool, kind of a hard rubber, larger applicator. Applicator? Is that even the word? I don't even know. And then you get this little tray. This flexes, which I think will be really nice because if you have glue that dries in here, you can just kind of flex it out and that glue should come right out. I think this is gonna be something that's like pretty hard to mess up. This seems like pretty good quality. The only thing negative that I see about this right off the bat is the molding on the back of this brush. You can just kind of tell like the thin plastic didn't get shaved off there. Shouldn't be a huge deal. To test this out, I'm going to pour some glue in this, and then we'll see if it can come out easily when it dries. Let's do that real quick. Up next, we have these little finishing stands. I think this is a pack of 10. Yes, this is 10 finishing / paint stands, and these came in at $1.49 for the pack of 10. These I have ordered off Amazon and or similar ones. I could not tell you a difference if I put them side by side, and these are way cheaper than the ones I got off Amazon. So highly recommend these. These are just great to have in the shop. $1.49. Are you kidding me? You can't buy a candy bar for that. All right, next up we have a center finding gauge. This was $1.99, and this is pretty cool. If you're wanting to find the center of a board, let's say you want to resaw it directly in half or something like that, you just set this over, turn this to where each one of these little knobs is on each side, and then you can scribe your line putting a pencil through here. Okay, my only beef with this center finding gauge is that a normal pencil won't fit in the top hole. What I'm gonna have to do is kind of shave this off a little bit. Now it fits. You know, not a huge deal, but it's not ideal. But when I put this on this board, I can find my center line, so that's pretty cool. Next up, we have these Milwaukee M18 battery mounts. This pack of battery mounts was $10.49. It comes with mounts for 5 Milwaukee M18 batteries. Nice thing is it also comes with the wood screws to mount these to your workbench or whatever you want to mount them on. This plastic does feel pretty cheap, just being honest. I mean, none of them came broken or anything like that, but you know how you have like the high quality plastic of like a Milwaukee pack out? You're not getting the same feel with this. You know, you're not paying that same price either, so it's not a big deal. You guys know I'm just a huge stickler for how things feel. That's probably why I love pack out so much. But this is just gonna be holding batteries. So let's go over to my workbench. I'm gonna put a few of these up and then see how they fit with the M18 batteries. Hey, one really cool feature that I just realized about these battery holders is they actually mate together like that, which that's pretty cool. If you want to kind of keep these all in a line and not have them all cattywampus mounted, you can make sure they're mounted more or less square to each other. I like that feature a lot. All right, so let's go ahead and install these battery holders. Make sure when you're installing these that this arrow is pointing down and then this writing is right side up. Okay, doke. So what I've got is an M18 battery from Milwaukee, and let's see how it fits. Wow, that's really nice. This actually locks in, well, yeah, it's locked in place. It's got a little give right there, but to take the battery out, it's just like taking it out of a tool. You just mash those buttons, but it locks in like that, comes out like that. I mean, doesn't feel as good as pack out, but it's pretty nice. I'm a huge fan of that. I like having my batteries there. Now I've got a spot for them. This might be one of my favorite things in all of these tools. This is pretty cool. Next up, we have 3 aluminum router guides. These are really, really cool. And these set of 3 costs $20.89. Taking these right out of the packaging, just right here for the first time, these feel great. They're aluminum. The paint looks really nice. Big fan of that red color. And this is pretty sweet. Now, what this is for is you can put these on the corner of a board, and then it guides your router if you want to make kind of a round over on the corners of a cutting board or a charcuterie board or really whatever you're working with. What's nice about this is that you get 3 of these guides, but it gives you 6 different radiuses. Radii? Is radii the plural of radius? I think it is. So you get, I'm guessing this is in centimeters. So you have a 30 radius and a 25 radius on this one. You have a 20 and a 15 on this one. And then you have a 5 and a 10 radius on this one. So if you want just like a barely rounded over corner, you use the 5. If you want something much more dramatic, you can use the 30 right there. To me, I would honestly say I don't see the advantage of buying a brand name over this because of how cheap these are, in my opinion. Next up, we have this 15-piece setup kit. Now, I think this is all made out of aluminum. This costs $27.49, but that's a very competitive price for what you're getting. So right in the middle of the kit, you get this 1, 2, 3 block. This is pretty cool. I have some, I think, Win 1, 2, 3 blocks that have the different holes for different jigs you can put in and stuff like that. But I think having a solid 1, 2, 3 block is a solid option. And the nice thing about this is it gives you measurements along the side. I don't think you would really ever measure something, but if you're just like, you know, putting things roughly together and you said, hey, I want to put this an inch away from the corner, you know, having these measurements might be handy. You also get tons of other setup blocks. So you get a 3/4 inch setup block. Let's say you want to set your table saw fence 3/4 of an inch away from your table saw blade. This allows you to do that. And you have, of course, all different kinds. You've got 23 30-seconds, half inch, 7 30-seconds, 15 30-seconds, 7 16ths, 3/8, 5 16ths, 1/4, 3 16ths, 5 30-seconds, 1/8, 3 30-seconds, and look at that, a 1/16 of an inch. So thin. Anyways, in my opinion, these are great. I mean, you could use these from, like I said, setting up your table saw to if you wanted to use the 16-inch to put a little gap between decking. I mean, you use these for all kinds of different applications. Hey, before I show you the next tool, if you've been enjoying this video, then hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you around for future videos. I'm always working on woodworking projects, talking about how you can make money woodworking, and also doing tool reviews. And so if any of that interests you, I'd love to have you around for future videos. Hitting the subscribe button is the easiest way to make sure you can do that. So really appreciate it. Let's check out the next tool. This is cool. So we have here 5 dog hole stops. These are aluminum. They had that same red color as the setup blocks that I just showed you. These were $16.49 for the set of 5. And these should fit in any standard dog hole. What I have in my shop where I use dog holes the most is in my Bora centipede tables. So let's go over to the Bora centipede table, see how these fit. So we're over here at my Bora centipede table. Here are the dog holes. And these stops are designed to just slip in these dog holes, which, by the way, they fit very nicely. They're snug, but they don't really rock around. You can kind of see that shaking my camera. So these are really, really nice. What these do, you can see that there's a little spot that the circle is cut out. And there's types of clamps that basically put pressure against these stops. And so if you had a workpiece, and just grab a piece of scrap wood here. Let's say this was your workpiece, and you want to put pressure this way. You can have, your stops back here, your clamp going this way. And let's say you want to sand. This is really nice because this is zero clearance. It's not like the clamp is coming up on top of your wood. Instead, you can just sand right over that because this stop is below the surface of the wood. So yeah, I think these stops are they're doing exactly what they're intended to do. Some more dog hole accessories. We've got these clamps, these dog hole clamps. These just go in the dog hole here, and you can clamp something down at the top. I'll demonstrate this in a second. Overall thoughts on this, I wish this was a little more robust. These dog hole base, where you put this in the dog hole, it's hollow through here. I really wish that was solid metal. Not a huge deal. I mean, it is metal. I just wish it was solid. Also, apparently, I just realized this can unscrew. So if you wanted to take that apart, you can. One more nice thing about these clamps is it does have the rubber feet, not the metal feet, so that kind of can protect your workpiece that you're clamping down to your workbench. Let's go test this out on the bore centipede table. So as far as these dog hole clamps, they fit pretty well here, and then you just put some pressure. So it looks like the trick for these is I just kind of put a little pressure with my thumb, kicking that base back, and then it eventually got locked in. So, not ideal, but once you got it clamped down, it's putting good pressure on this workpiece. So that's pretty cool. Up next, we have what's this called? A moisture meter. I forgot there for a second. Now, this is $12.99 and has a little cap here. I've been wanting to pick up a moisture meter for a good while, and some of the ones I've looked at online have been literally hundreds of dollars. This one's $12.99, basically $13. And what this does, it has the 2 pins at the top, and I'm just going to test this out real quickly. I will say first impressions though, I'm very impressed by the way this feels. I'm impressed by the screen readout. It's actually a colored screen. So you have multiple colors. You have, looks like you can select your tree type, which is pretty cool. I don't know what all those are, but yeah. Excited to test this out. So let's test out this moisture meter. I've got here some hickory cookies that they've been curing for a while, but they've not been put in the kiln. So let's say I was trying to figure out, okay, what's the moisture level on this? I'm kind of figuring this out. I've got this set to scan. Tree type is 1. It gives you 1 through 4. Don't really know what that means. And looks like right now it's got the current temperature at 24.9 Celsius. That's like the temperature in my shop. No, here's your battery readout right there. So if we just stick this in, looks like it's reading around 5.3%. I don't feel like that's right. I just stuck it in harder and it's 6.1. Looks like when it goes over 7%, it turns red. This is some kiln dried oak. Let's see what it does here. So for whatever reason, I'm just getting a 0% moisture readout on this oak, which obviously is not the case. So I don't know. I think this could maybe be good, but I just don't know how accurate it is. Oh, one more fun thing. We got 2 more glue brushes. These are $5.89 for 2. I think these are exactly the same as the ones that came in the other kit. And yeah, plastic, feel pretty robust. Still, the molding's not amazing on this, but pretty solid. Hey, for $6, $5.89, whatever it was, I think these glue applicators are awesome. Number next, we have this little mini square. This, I think, is 3 inches long on either side. You can use it as a square. You can use it to set up, 45-degree miters, things like that. It feels really, really solid. And honestly, it looks really square. I mean, I'm just putting this up my table saw fence and on my table saw, and seems really, really solid. It might not be quite as accurate as some of the really high dollar brands out there. I'm not saying that because I think it's not. I just don't know. I don't really have anything to compare it to. I guess what I'm trying to say is this is probably just as square as anything in my shop. So, in my opinion, for $5.99, this is a great buy. Next up, we have a set of plug cutters. These were $6.49. I can tell you that's much cheaper than plug cutters you can get at other places. I'm carefully taking these out of the bag because they feel pretty sharp. Okay, one thing I noticed right off the bat is there's different styles. So you have kind of like this half solid style, and then you have this little quarter style. I'm probably not using the right term for that, but this is one set, but it comes with two different styles. So it looks like you get maybe one of each. You get, two styles of a 16-inch or a 16 millimeter plug cutter. Let's test these out with the drill and see how they hold up. Got my plug cutter installed. I'm gonna see if I can cut some plugs out of this poplar. Okay, so a decent plug. Not a huge fan of how sharp this is. I feel like, poplar is pretty soft wood, so if you're doing this in oak or something like that, it'd be pretty slow going, but that would be a fine plug. So this is, I'd say, comparable to a very entry-level plug cutter kit. Just took this out of my drill, and it's still pretty warm to the touch, which probably also is telling you that this is not as sharp as you would like it to be, because heat generally means that you're not cutting things with sharp tools. So, all right, last but not least, number 12, we have this marking knife. This is another one of these things that I've been needing to pick up for a while, and I just haven't. Right out of the box, it feels pretty sharp, and this costs $6.49. Wooden handle, obviously the blade's metal. What I would probably use this the most for is maybe when you're doing things like installing a bow tie, doing a bow tie inlay into a tabletop or something like that. Whenever you're marking out where your bow tie is going to go, before you start chiseling away or routing away, removing that material, you want to break the fibers on top of the slab. And so this would be perfect after you've marked where your bow tie goes. Then you could, kind of break those fibers and then start really removing material more aggressively. So this seems pretty cool. We'll test this out in a second and see how it looks, see how it works. This knife seems really sharp. I think, like I said, for installing bow ties, things like that, just as a marking knife, this is a really good tool. So there you have it. Those are 12 tools. I've given you my honest thoughts on these 12 tools from Temu that I really believe have a lot of value. I think these will be valuable for you. Now, once again, if you're interested in getting some woodworking tools from Temu, I have a code that's right up here on the screen again. It's also down in the description that will save you some money on your next Temu purchase. All of these tools are linked in the description. So there's just generally a lot of good information for you down in the description about Temu, about these tools, and about my channel. One more note that's kind of nice about Temu is you always get free shipping on your orders. I know that we're kind of accustomed to that now these days, and it's always annoying when you have to pay for shipping. At least it is in my opinion. And so when you see these prices on Temu that are a lot lower than a lot of the competitors, you might think, well, yeah, but am I going to have to pay a lot for shipping? No, you won't have to pay a lot for shipping because it's free shipping. So that's a really, really nice perk. Hey, if you've enjoyed this video, before you leave, hit the like button and then check out one of these two videos. I promise you'll like them as well. I'll see you in one of these two videos.